Hello everyone and welcome to the another video of SwiftUI crash course. So in this video we'll be discussing about the basic structure of a SwiftUI app. So let's start with opening Xcode. So let's start by creating a new Xcode project. We will select iOS. We can also select multi-platform because SwiftUI is a multi-platform framework. But for now we will select only iOS. Let's just name it basic template. Alright, I will leave the team name as issue, organization identifier as it is. Just make sure to select interface as SwiftUI. Maybe for you, storyboard is selected by default. So just take the SwiftUI. Language, we will keep it as Swift. Then we'll select next. And here we will create the project. Alright, so our basic template has been created. Let me just resize it. Alright, okay, so you can see that by default Xcode has given us 3 to 4 files in which there is one basic template app file, content view, assets, and one preview content, and inside this there is a preview assets. So earlier, if you are familiar with the storyboard and UI kit, then you might have seen that there is only one asset folder previously in the UI kit, and that asset folder you can use to store images and colors, everything inside it. But in SwiftUI, Apple has divided it into two parts. One is for production level and one is for development. So anything that you store in this preview assets will only be used for development purposes, and this main assets folder here you can store all the images and colors that you want for the production app, like in the final binary of the app. So that's one cool feature. So you don't have to store some dummy data in your production app. You can just break it down. You can just store it in preview assets so that you can differentiate among the development assets and the production assets. Okay, now let's just go to the basic template app. So here you can see a main attribute applied to the structure. So this main attribute is actually used to denote the entry point of the app. So with this main attribute, we are telling the project that our basic template app will be the main entry point of the app, and inside this it is conforming to the app protocol, and then there is a body variable which is a computed property, and it is returning a scene. So we can consider scene as a screen for now. So in your app there will be multiple screens, so let's just consider this body as one screen for now. In later part of the lectures we will be exploring it more. For now let's just consider it as one screen, and this content view is that screen. So this content view is actually a dummy content view that Xcode has created as a template for you. Let's just see what content view is. So inside the content view you can again see a body which is returning a view, and inside that view there is a V stack, and inside that V stack there are images and text. In the right hand side you can see a canvas which is live rendering all the code that is written in the left hand side. So it is live rendering everything on the right hand side. So whatever single change that we make on the left hand side, let's say instead of hello world I wrote hello right claps, you can see it is reloading live on the right hand side in the canvas. So that's one cool feature about SwiftUI. And then there is a content view previews at the bottom. So whatever code that we are writing down here in the content view, this content view underscore previews is responsible for rendering it live on the canvas. So whatever structure that you create, let's say that this time we have a content view. Let's say we created another view and named it content view 1. Then it won't be visible on the right hand side in the preview by default. For this to be visible on the right hand side, we need to have a content view preview for it. And the naming convention is that we should always add content view 1, whatever the name of the structure is, and then underscore previews. And inside this previews variable we need to return the main structure that we want to show the preview for. So here I will just write down content view 1. Okay. So now you can see there are two views at the top. One is content view and one is content view 1, which is our second one. Let's just write down hello right tech and remove the labs so we can differentiate between the both of them. So here you can see content view 1, which is hello right tech, and content view, which is hello right tech lab, which is this one. If I remove this preview, we will only see the second one, which we have it here. So yeah, that's one cool feature about SwiftUI, that you can see anything that you are making, that you are changing in your code live in the canvas. Okay. Alright, let us just remove this code and make it as it was previously. Okay. Alright, so it will load itself. And you can see there's a B stack, an image and a text. These are all components that we can use to create a SwiftUI screen. So we'll discuss about these components in detail in our upcoming lectures. In our next lecture, we'll be discussing about this text component and how we can even customize it according to our choice. Like we can even make it bold or italic or increase the font size. And you can see in the right hand side in the canvas, it made the text as bold. If I want to make it italic, I can just make it italic. So these are called modifiers that you can apply on the components. So we will discuss about them in detail in the upcoming lecture. For now, let's just leave it as it is. Okay. So yeah, that's the basic template of SwiftUI code. I hope you understood it. In our next video, we'll be discussing about more components such as images, text, scroll view. This is vertical stack. We will be also discussing about horizontal stack and many more cool features. So yeah, I'll see you in next video. Thank you.